Our next presentation honors Ulu'ae Learning Center for its outstanding stewardship of Pu'u Kapolei, presented by Councilmember Pine.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Councilmember Pine.
Sorry, Chair. He is the father of my former staff member, and I guess he should know better. At the top of Kapolei Regional Park in the eastern corner is an often overlooked and unknown treasure. Amongst the plains of grass and a variety of native trees, such as the manele, milo, and vauke, is a place deeply rooted in Hawaii's history and culture. This most reverend of sacred places in the Honolulu Ahupua'a is called Pu'u o Kapolei, also known as the hula mound of the hula goddess Kapo, who is the sister of goddess Hi'iaka and, of course, Madam Goddess Pele. Kapolei was not the large land area as we know it today during ancient time where the freeway now runs through it. Rather, in ancient days, it was a majestic hill in the corner of Kapolei Regional Park. Pu'u means cinder cone. From the hula mound, looking at the ridge of Palelehua, you will see a replica of Diamond Head, but in the reverse. Very few people know that. Pu'u o Kapolei was deemed by ancient Hawaiians as sacred and honored as the piko, or epicenter of the community. In addition to serving as a place for makahiki games, Pu'u o Kapolei served as the marker for travelers and the resident in charge, Kamau Nua Niho, but also it was a heiau, or temple. The spiritual richness of Pu'u o Kapolei is evident in its many references found in chants and traditions and legends. It was where it was identified as a place of for sun worshippers, where the ancient people of this area actually preceded the Tahitians. The relationship between goddess Kapo and the god Kane at Pu'u o Kapolei was seen as the western gate of the setting sun. Kekaua Poi, the wife of Kahahana, was the last ruling mo'i or king of the island of Oahu, identifies Pu'u o Kapolei as the place where her husband's uhane, or spirit, departed from this world. In chants, Kapo is depicted as the woman in the faded garment standing on the hill at Pu'u o Kapolei, just a mile from where we are today. The ancient Hawaiians observed and celebrated Kapolei, or the Lei of Kapo, which signals the beginning of the Makahili'i season of preparing to plant taro. Between May and June of each year, ancient Hawaiians gathered at Opuna Kuahu, which means altar. It is an observation site where the Waikiki Aquarium is now, and according to renowned Hawaiian historian Uncle Shad Kane, Hawaiians have celebrated the changing seasons since for thousands of years. And every summer, the sun sets behind Pu'u o Kapolei and it emits volcanic-colored bands of fiery hues, ranging from red to orange, which can be seen from the Waikiki Aquarium. What you'll witness in the horizon are the brilliantly colored bands of lei, hence the Lei of Kapo. At the moment the sun sets, a large shadow off the Makai edge of Palelehua Ridge forms an arrow. The tip of the arrow points to the hula mound where the hula goddess Kapo manifests herself, which also officially heralds the start of the change of season. The hula mound, which consists of a massive mound topped with an upraised stage platform, was actually built by the city and county of Honolulu many years ago. It is coincidence now that we, the City Council, are honoring our new caretakers and old caretakers of Pu'u o Kapolei who stand before us. Before us stands our current caretakers of Pu'u Kapolei that consists of members of the Kapolei Hawaiian Civic Clubs and the Halau o Kaululaua organizations of volunteers. The Civic Club is passing the torch to the Halau and Ulu'ae Learning Center. And please raise your hand as I call your name. From the Kapolei Hawaiian Civic Club, who was very instrumental in getting the hula mound built. We have, of course, Uncle Shad Kane. If you can raise your hand, Uncle Shad. Lance Holden, the co-president, and of course, Uncle Ron Shadell. From Halau o Kaulua e is Kumuhula Mikiala Lidstone Kanekoa. Kanai'a Nakamura, not here today. Mika Anu Heali'i. Micah Kincaid, I guess, was not here today, as well as Emily Guerrero, who could not make it today. Under the leadership of Mikiala, Ulu A'e Learning Center, which is a nonprofit organization, is made up of her students and the community members, in which not all were able to make it today. And how I understood this story or came across this story is members of this group came to me, and talked about their sadness of what was happening to the area. There were people training dogs on the sacred hula mound, people setting up camp on the sacred hula mound, and not taking care of the area, and it brought great sadness to the members of this group. And so I'm very proud that today we are once again talking about our new bill that would establish a cultural program within the Department of Parks and Recreation so that we can recognize sacred places. And this group was one of the inspiration to do that today. And so they have applied to be the new adoptees of the Adopt the Park program. And so on behalf of the City Council of Honolulu, we take great pride in recognizing the many volunteers of the past and present under the leadership of Ulua'e Learning Center to continue ancient universal traditions of caring for the land, its sacred sites, and its community members. And we extend our best wishes to Mikiala and the new group that will be overseeing this in partnership with the many other groups mentioned, and her hula halau ohana in taking the torch to the next peak. Mahalo nui loa.